I am telling you right now, Port Charles may be walking straight into one of the most shocking traps I have seen in a long time, and the person pulling the strings might be the fake Nathan hiding in plain sight. I thought this was just another twisted manipulation game, but no, this looks darker, uglier, and way more dangerous than anyone expected. As I look ahead to General Hospital spoilers for Thursday, May 7, I can feel the tension exploding from every corner of town. Isaiah is in danger. Josslyn could be going down for something that was clearly twisted against her. Brennan is about to lose control. Britt may be sitting on a secret that could blow everything wide open. Liz is forced to question Rick again. Sunny is furious. And Brooklyn and Chase may be about to face the one thing foster parents fear most, the possibility that baby Phoebe could be taken away. But that is not even the worst part, because the more I look at this, the more I believe these stories are not separate. I think someone is pushing everyone into chaos at the exact same time. And if that is true, then Port Charles is not just dealing with drama. It is dealing with a calculated attack. First, I have to start with Isaiah, because this situation feels like it is turning into a nightmare. The fake Nathan has been pressuring Isaiah, trying to force him into some kind of scheme. And Isaiah, thankfully, does not seem like the kind of man who will just bow down because someone threatens him. He refuses. He stands his ground. He says no. And normally, that would feel heroic. But in Port Charles, saying no to the wrong person can destroy your entire life. I think fake Nathan is not going to let this rejection slide. Not for a second. If he cannot control Isaiah directly, then I believe he is going to try to ruin him professionally. And this is where the brutal truth hits hard. Isaiah could be at risk of losing his medical license. Imagine that. A doctor who refuses to be part of a dirty scheme suddenly finds himself accused, investigated, or framed. That would not just hurt Isaiah's reputation. It would take away his power, his career, and his ability to help people. And I have to ask the question nobody wants to say out loud, is fake Nathan planning to set Isaiah up? Because this feels too specific, too targeted, too cruel. Fake Nathan does not need to beat Isaiah physically if he can destroy him legally. He does not need to drag him into an alley if he can drag his name through the mud. And if fake Nathan really has access to the right people, the right information, or the right lies, then Isaiah may not even see the trap until it is already closed around him. But that is not all, because while Isaiah is fighting one battle, Josslyn may be walking straight into another. From what I can tell, Josslyn attacks Nathan, but it does not sound like she seriously injures him. Maybe she hits him. Maybe she lashes out because she sees the danger before everyone else does. Maybe she knows something is wrong and acts before she can think. But here is the shocking part. Fake Nathan may pretend the injury is much worse than it really is. And I know exactly what that means. He can turn himself into the victim. He can make Josslyn look unstable, violent, and dangerous. He can take one moment of panic and twist it into a criminal case. And suddenly, Josslyn is not the brave one trying to expose him. She becomes the accused. She becomes the problem. She becomes the one who gets hauled away while the real threat stands there pretending to be wounded. That is the kind of plot twist that makes my blood boil. Because if Josslyn gets arrested, it is not just about one punch or one confrontation. It is about control. It is about silencing her. It is about making sure nobody listens when she tries to warn them. And fake Nathan knows exactly how powerful that is. Once someone is labeled reckless, emotional, or dangerous, every truth they say starts to sound like an excuse. And then Brennan hears about Josslyn's arrest. That is when things could explode. I do not think Brennan is going to take this calmly. Not after everything Josslyn has been through. Not after the WSB secrets. Not after all the dangerous games already being played. Brennan knows enough to realize that Josslyn getting arrested after attacking fake Nathan may not be a coincidence. And if he starts connecting the dots, his rage is going to land somewhere. And I think it lands on Britt. This is where the story gets even messier. Brennan may lash out at Britt, and I believe that pressure could force Britt to confess something she has been hiding. The big question is, how much does Britt know? And more importantly, did Britt reveal to Nathan that Josslyn was working with the WSB? Because if she did, that changes everything. That would mean Josslyn's danger was not random. It would mean someone exposed her. It would mean fake Nathan knew exactly who she was and exactly how to target her. And if Britt is the one who gave him that information, even accidentally, then the fallout could be devastating. I can already imagine Brennan staring her down, demanding answers, while Britt tries to defend herself, only to realize she cannot run from the truth anymore. And when that secret is exposed, there may be no going back. But while the spy drama is heating up, Liz is facing a very different kind of emotional storm. Her relationship with Rick has never been simple, and now it sounds like Rick says something that forces Liz to rethink everything. I do not know whether he confesses something, defends himself badly, or reveals just enough to make Liz question his intentions. But whatever he says, it clearly hits her hard. And I think Liz may finally have to ask herself the question she has been avoiding. Is Rick really the man she wants to trust? Because Rick has a way of explaining himself, but explanations are not always the same as truth. He can sound sincere and still be hiding something. He can act wounded and still be manipulating the situation. And Liz knows this history better than anyone. She knows what it feels like to love someone who brings chaos with him. She knows what it feels like to want to believe, even when every instinct says to step back. So when Rick gives her something to think about, I do not see romance. I see warning signs. And then there is Sonny. When Sonny gets angry, Port Charles feels it. And this time, I think Sonny knows the situation has gone way beyond normal drama. He is not just irritated. He is not just suspicious. He is furious because he can sense that enemies are circling, secrets are stacking up, and if he waits too long, someone he cares about may pay the price. The real mystery is who Sonny confronts. It could be Ethan. It could be Rick. It could be someone else connected to this growing disaster. But whoever it is, I think Sonny is looking for answers fast. And when Sonny starts questioning people, he is not asking politely. He is testing them, watching them, waiting for the one wrong word that tells him everything. And I think Sonny understands something everyone else is still trying to deny. The situation has become more complicated than anyone expected. There are too many loose ends, too many secrets, too many people acting like they are only telling half the story. And when enemies are coming, half-truths can get people killed. But now I have to talk about Brooklyn and Chase, because their storyline may deliver one of the most heartbreaking twists of the episode. They receive information connected to baby Phoebe's biological father. And I can already feel Brooklyn's fear rising. One letter, one name, one claim, one hidden truth, and suddenly everything she has built with Chase could be threatened. Brooklyn has opened her heart to this baby. Chase has stepped into the role with love and responsibility. But foster care can be fragile, and the arrival of information about a biological parent can change everything overnight. Brooklyn may start fearing that she is going to lose Phoebe. And honestly, I think that fear is only the beginning, because this story may not just be about custody. There is another shadow hanging over Brooklyn, her possible connection to a hit and run. And if that secret comes back now, at the exact same time as questions about Phoebe's father, then Brooklyn could be facing disaster from two directions. On one side, she is scared of losing the baby. On the other side, she may be dragged into a scandal that makes her look unfit, reckless, or guilty. And that is where the twist becomes brutal. What if the letter about Phoebe's father is not just information? What if it is a weapon? What if someone timed it perfectly to shake Brooklyn and Chase when they are most vulnerable? What if the hit and run secret and the custody fear are about to collide? I can see Brooklyn trying to hold it together, pretending she is fine, while inside she is terrified. Chase may try to reassure her, but even he cannot promise what the courts, the biological father, or the truth will do next. And once Brooklyn's name gets tied to a possible accident and cover-up, the fight for Phoebe could become a nightmare. And here is the biggest twist I keep coming back to. What if all of these people are being cornered by the same hidden force? Isaiah gets threatened. Josslyn gets framed. Brennan turns on Britt. Liz doubts Rick. Sonny interrogates Ethan or Rick. Brooks, Lynn, and Chase receive dangerous information. It feels like a chain reaction. One secret triggers another. One accusation creates another enemy. One lie forces another confession. And right in the middle of all of this stands fake Nathan. I cannot shake the feeling that he is not just reacting. I think he is orchestrating. He pressures Isaiah. He turns Josslyn's attack into a weapon. He may already know about Josslyn and the WSB because someone told him. And if he is smart enough to manipulate all of that, then he may also be smart enough to let Port Charles destroy itself while he plays the victim. That is the no one saw coming part. The danger may not be a single violent attack. The danger may be reputation, secrets, custody, careers, and trust all being shredded at once. And as Thursday's episode approaches, I feel like the walls are closing in. Isaiah could lose everything for refusing to obey. Josslyn could be arrested for trying to fight back. Britt may be forced to admit a secret that changes Brennan's view of her forever. Liz may finally see Rick in a harsher light. Sonny may uncover a piece of the truth that pushes him into action. And Brooklyn may realize that loving Phoebe is not enough to protect her. But the scariest part? Fake Nathan may still be one step ahead. Because if Josslyn is arrested, if Isaiah is discredited, if Britt is exposed, if Brooklyn is distracted, and if Sonny is forced to chase multiple enemies at once, then fake Nathan gets exactly what he wants. Confusion. Panic. Silence. Control. So now I am left with one chilling question. When the truth finally comes out, will Port Charles realize fake Nathan was the monster behind the curtain? Or will he destroy everyone who can expose him before they ever get the chance? And remember, everything here is speculation and prediction, not official information from ABC or General Hospital. But if even half of this comes true, then Thursday's episode could be the beginning of a much darker war.
Goodbye. Please like, subscribe, and comment on the GH Spoilers Daily channel.